going on here? What's the meaning of life? Well, some say it's Jesus, Stalin, Xbox One, or Jaggers. But the concrete answer is Metal Gear Rising: Reveangence for the PS3 and Xbox 360. And this game is all about the memes, which apparently are the DNA of the soul. In 2010, after the release of Metal Gear Solid 4 Guns Out of Patriots, Kojima Productions revealed a new entry on the Metal Gear franchise, Metal Gear Solid Rising, an action game that took place between Metal Gear Solid 2 and Metal Gear Solid 4. This game was completely different to the final version. The premise was there, but the gameplay doesn't compare to what we have now. In 2011, Kojima revealed that the original Metal Gear Rising was quietly cancelled, and a new project called Metal Gear Rising: Reveangence was on the works, with Platinum Games developing it. Many fans seem skeptical about this new game, but they didn't know that one of the best video games of all time was coming to a PS3 near you in 2013. Metal Gear Rising got a completely overhaul. It became a hack and slash and looked better than before. Metal Gear Rising: Reveangence released for the PS3 and Xbox 360 on the February 19th, 2013 on North America, February 21st in Europe, and Japan only got the PS3 port on the same date. Later, a Microsoft Windows port released January 19th, 2014, and the iOS X port released September 25th, 2014. Before I get into the game, I have to give a fair warning that there will be spoilers. If you still didn't play the game and really want to, do it. It's worth your time and it's a one-time experience. After you beat the game, come back to me and we'll talk. Metal Gear Rising: Reveangence follows the story of Raiden, aka Jack the Ripper, aka Mr. Lightning Bolt, aka the Blondie from Metal Gear Solid 2. The game begins with a cutscene of Raiden talking to the Prime Minister himself, until Jetstream Sam appears and then he gets mad. Controlling Raiden is fantastic. You have two main buttons to attack and kick. You can also dodge and parry, essential for your entire playthrough. When a red light appears on the enemies, you point to that light with the left stick and the attack button at the same time. The gimmick of this game is that you can slice everything: enemies, trees, cars, rocks, and so much more. Blade mode is activated when you get enough stamina by attacking enemies, and it basically lets you slice enemies in pieces while you need to aim to a certain spot to regenerate yourself and stamina by consuming someone's spine. The first boss is against Metal Gear Ray, and it's an amazing introduction to the whole game, with hard-kicking music and with an awesome ending. This is how you do an initial boss. Until he fight it again. Raiden is completely destroyed, he loses an eye and arm, and later he gets a new body, and it's not a spoiler, it's in the box art. You kill some enemies and stuff, but then you fight Wolf. His boss fight is easy if you only do parries, because that's the secret, doing parries. After you kill, he calls you, which is odd because he's dead. Don't worry, he becomes your friend and eventually a basic enemy like the rest. After all that, there's a segment where you control one of these bots, which is cute. Raiden gets horny, that results in his heart rate increasing because he saw a thought. The boss fight against Mistral is fun actually, kinda tough, but this is nothing compared to the next bosses. She dies, she calls you, and now the arm pole is available in the shop? Oh yeah, there's a shop where you buy stuff. Raiden Mariachi, anyone? This guy blows himself up, which is important, and now you need to fight these cops before entering a dark tunnel, and an actual pain in the ass. Then you get all messed up because of feelings, and then we fight Monsoon, one of the toughest boss fights of this game, and I took hours just to beat him, and looking back at it, I didn't need to take that long. I don't like the part where he gets invincible and the only way to stun him is to throw a grenade. That part stinks. Before we fight the next boss, we battle against Mistral and Monsoon again, but they're just AIs and the difficulty is reduced a bit. Or maybe I got better at the game. The next boss fight we have is with Sundowner, and yes, I'm skipping everything just to talk about the boss fights. Sundowner is a pretty easy boss when you get down to it. He uses an explosive shield that takes a lot of damage when you touch it. There's a way to break the shield, but I chose not to, and I have a feeling that a mistake was made. Right next to that, Raiden takes a bike and we finally battle Jetstream Sam. This is one of the best boss fights of all time. I'm not even joking. This is legendary. The scenario is fitting, Sam's attacks are similar to Raiden's and that's interesting. And the music. This game has one of the best OSTs of any game. Every music goes hard. There isn't a bad song or a best song, they are all amazing. You can also destroy this rock. We kill Sam, we head over to this card reading hentai, and we take a flight to Pakistan where the Senator Armstrong is. Armstrong is the main bad in Metal Gear Rising. He's behind all this crazy nonsense. Before we fight Armstrong, we need to fight his Metal Gear, Excelsus. This boss fight has a music that makes you think about society and how we are all sad. In this boss fight you can't parry. If you do it, you lose health because his attacks are stronger, so I just dodge his attacks. Much easier. I like the part where Raiden picks an entire arm from Excelsus and destroys it. When that's destroyed, Armstrong comes out to talk about college ball. Imagine if this guy made a reviews about sports. I ain't mad at this. And yes, we fight a politician in Metal Gear Rising. What would you expect? A bear? After doing absolutely nothing, Armstrong makes a speech about having a dream of a country reborn. Then Raiden betrays him, Armstrong talks about eggs and omelets. Imagine if this guy made reviews about food, nano machine sun and all that stuff. This is one of the most iconic moments of all gaming. This boss fight is great, but it gets even better. When the song kicks harder, we truly fight Armstrong. Like Excelsus, dodging is the best to beat Armstrong. Parries here are practically useless if you don't do it perfectly. After he's defeated, Raiden pulls his heart and smashes it and bam! Armstrong's dead. Prolong and then credits. Metal Gear Rising is one of the best video games I've played recently, and definitely don't skip it. It offers an amazing gameplay that I believe many people enjoy, but that depends on tastes. This game is also kinda short, you can beat it in a day or even an afternoon. Later down the line, DLC was released for Jetstream Sam and Wolf that happened before the main game. These were just okay. I played Sam's DLC and I got stuck on the final boss, which is harder than the main games. I felt disappointed about this DLC, it was only a mission, so like 20 minutes, and they should have done more with Sam in this DLC, like a background or something like that. The main game is amazing, but this was just disappointing. I didn't play the Wolf DLC, but maybe in the future I will. So that was Metal Gear Rising Reveangence, the game that doesn't have a Wii U port? For crying out loud, what game of 2013 didn't get a Wii U port? What game got a Wii U port in 2019?